Hey guys, QUIGON QUASAR here, back again with another video. We're going to be talking about the Xbox One a little bit more, and some news recently came out that the Xbox One X, I'm talking about the Xbox One X actually, not just the Xbox One. Some news came out recently, I think over the past couple of days, that the pre-order of the Scorpio edition, Project Scorpio edition, which is just like the day one edition of the Xbox One X for anyone that's wondering. It's already sold out. It's already like sold out in many from many retailers, outside of the Microsoft Store. I don't think the Microsoft Store itself has sold out yet. I'm guessing they've probably got the biggest stockpile of Xbox One X's because they're the ones that make it. But a lot of retailers, a lot of stores, shops, online stores, online shops, they've sold out completely. A lot of them, I think, universally have almost sold out, but there's also a lot of online retailers that have, completely sold out of the console, and I think that is really goddamn cool because it's like gamers voting with their dollar. They're like voting with a dollar, voting with their pound, and not from a fanboyistic point of view, like not voting, what's the best console, but voting for a positive change and a positive movement in the gaming industry. Because as a whole, the gaming industry has got, over the past sort of 10 years, it has a lot of sort of money-hungry companies, a lot of sleazy moments, a lot of crappy moments, and there is still, I covered in one of my other videos talking about the Xbox One X, there's still a little bit out there, a recent move by Sony, but other than that, it's not very often that we see, well, we see obviously like sleazy and bad things in the gaming industry sometimes, but it's not often that we see a huge, awesome, completely positive change in the gaming industry. And what I'm talking about with this, and the reason I'm saying, obviously the Xbox One X is a beast and it looks awesome, but I'm talking more in depth, more detailed, more specifically about the Xbox One X. Its price, for example, its price really, oh, we've got a Raptor over there, I'm just going to back up from over there. The price of the Xbox One X really doesn't gain Microsoft much profit. Obviously, they wouldn't make it if they didn't think there was going to be much profit. There is going to be profit in the long run, and they're going to get profit in the long run. Being labeled obviously the most powerful console of all time, and that's completely true, completely right. All this new sort of popularity and all the new fans that are going to join the Xbox community and Microsoft community, that's all gonna net them profit in the long run. But short term, the price of the Xbox One X is not actually gonna get them a profit. I'm just running away from a goddamn little Raptor thing or whatever the hell it is. But yeah, the price of the Xbox One X, it's not going to net them a profit up front, and they've done this, I'm not going to say purely out of kindness, otherwise they just give the Xbox One X away for free, but the fact that they've put it up for a very, very generous price, especially in the US. In the UK, it's a little bit more expensive, and it's kind of quite a bit more unfair. It's like 60 or 70 pounds more expensive than it is in the US. I'll make a video covering that soon. That's a bit of a bummer, but all in all, and in the largest sort of country that's going to buy most of the Xbox One X's in the US, it's a very decent and very fair price if you wanted to build a gaming PC of the same caliber and of the same power and strength. You'll be looking at, I'm not going to, pretend like I'm an expert on building a custom gaming PC, but I know for a fact it will be well over $500, way, way, way over $500. I think we can all agree on that. It would be a lot more. I mean, there's just a few parts of that gaming PC, as powerful as an Xbox One X, it would put you back, the full $500, and then you need to buy everything else on top of like the GPU, or like the CPU on top of the GPU. I don't know, but all I'm saying is it's a very decent price, very awesome price. It's very cool of them. And it's a very positive change in the gaming industry, because usually you have game companies, game developers, very hungry and very needy for money at every turn. They're just thinking money, 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 money. With like microtransactions, just over the top microtransactions, and like crappy, first day or day one game DLC, stuff like that. Things like that they're really bad moves, so it's nice to see, like, in a sea of all of that nonsense and crap, it's nice to see a really good and positive change in terms of price and money. Because coming into the Xbox One X, and coming into sort of the past few months when it was announced, and there was rumors about it being called the Xbox One X, and what would it actually be called and everything, people were estimating that it's going to cost, if it was going to do 4K like it will, people are estimating that it was going to cost £700, £800, and the fact that it's all In the UK, I mean, £700 or £800, or in the US, like $900. The fact that it's not that much is awesome, and it's, like I said, very positive change in the gaming industry. And I think, like I said before, gamers are definitely voting with a dollar now. The more people that buy this console, the more likely something like this will happen in the future. The more likely that the next so-called console generation will mimic this business move. And I don't think there is actually going to be another console generation thanks to this revolutionary, all-powerful beast of a machine. But the next sort of rendition of whatever it is, the next sort of lot of, I don't know, Xbox 2s, or, well, no, an Xbox, it probably won't be called an Xbox 2, but, the next load of consoles, or maybe the next version of the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro that can do like 8K maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but the next version of consoles, the more people that buy this console and support this positive change and this positive movement in the gaming industry, the more likely it will mirror. The more likely it will domino effect and affect future gamers and us in the future, which is really cool. And it's very, very cool to see that gamers are actually seeing how good of a console it is and how good it's going to be. And the more people that buy it, the more funding behind. Well, the more people that buy the console is going to mean that there's way more funding behind the console, meaning that basically the more popular it is, the bigger the community, the better it's going to be. Bigger is better in terms of the community because there's going to be more money behind it, and Microsoft is going to be able to pump more money into it and make it even better of a machine, give it even better sort of like support in every aspect, and give it even better upgrades and better interface upgrades. All that, it's going to be able to pump more support, more money into it because it's such a popular console already, all goddamn ready, which is awesome. And in terms of, I was talking about before, like a day one, pre-order bonuses and stuff for games and stuff. Usually they're really bad, but in this case, they're actually, with the Xbox One, it's actually really good. At Xbox One X, it's really good. Because with the Scorpio edition, when I heard about, there's a separate edition, I kind of like cringed inside a little bit because I thought, oh no, they're going to make us pay extra for something. And obviously the Scorpio edition is cool and everything, but essentially it's just a different visual design. It's a cool thing, but if they were going to do what, some companies in the past have done and charge extra for it, that would be really stupid. And I sort of expected that because we've been screwed over as gamers. We've been screwed over like that tons of times in the past, but the fact that they haven't, the fact that you just get the Scorpio edition if you happen to pre-order it right now, and before the stocks run out, the fact that you do get that, it's awesome, it's amazing, and it's a good business move from Microsoft as well, because it's gonna give people even more incentive to buy the Xbox One X now. And it's probably going to mean, because so many people have bought it now and pre-ordered it and there's so much money going into it, it's probably going to equal much greater support on day one. So, when new consoles come out, really, I think this has happened with every console. When new consoles come out, there's generally problems. There's day one bugs or something. You need a day one update or something. Generally, not just Xbox, not just PlayStation. And, not just, it could happen on anything, really. It's a brand new piece of technology. But the fact that so many more people have bought it means they're going to be able to put more money into, fine-tuning the support for it and fine-tuning it right before it releases, and it's going to result in a better product and a more polished product for us all. And there's going to be more pressure on their shoulders, which is going to hopefully motivate Microsoft even more to make sure that it's a smooth, polished and awesome experience when the console first releases, and in the months following that. So it's really cool. I really like this the way that things are going, not just on the Microsoft side, but on the way on like the gamer side. From the gamer perspective, I think gamers are being really cool with it. So obviously some fanboys have been moaning and complaining about it. I guess fanboys and trolls will always find something to complain about, even when they haven't touched the console yet. Even when they haven't even got the console for themselves yet. But I've mentioned that in another video. I won't mention it too much now. But yeah, that was the point of this video. I just wanted to talk about how good it is and how awesome it is that gamers are getting behind a good and positive movement in the gaming industry. It's really cool, and the more people, like I said, the more people that get behind it, the more of an effect it's going to have, and the more awesome it is going to be when it finally launches. Also, though, it is kind of good, bad news at the same time, because for those of you, and myself included, that haven't been able to afford an Xbox One X yet, or, haven't pre-ordered an Xbox One X yet, Time's ticking if you want the Scorpio edition. Obviously, it's not a necessity. It's not completely necessary. You can just get the normal edition, and it's just as good. It's that extra little bit of awesome, you know, the extra little bit of visual design and the writing on the controller and the console. It's not that big of a difference. It's just a nice little thing. It would be nice to know that you were one of the first. You were part of the first wave of people that purchased the most powerful console of all time, one of the most revolutionary consoles and bits of gaming kit that we've seen in a long time, really a long time. So it's cool. It would be cool to be able to pre-order that. So yeah, it's a bittersweet thing. A lot of people are pre-ordering it, which means that it's probably going to be out of stock pretty damn soon. Like I said at the start of the video, it's out of stock a lot in a lot of places. So get on it as soon as you can if you do plan on pre-ordering it, obviously. But it's awesome, and I'm glad that so many other gamers share the perspective of me. Like, I'm super excited for it. I don't think I've been excited for really basically anything, or especially gaming-wise or like technology-wise. I don't think I've been as excited for anything as I am for the Xbox One X for a long time. No way was I, this excited for, really the Xbox One normal, like the normal Xbox One or the PS4. I was super excited, but I've got that same level of excitement for the Xbox One X, plus like the knowledge that this is a super revolutionary, super powerful piece of kit that's really gonna tilt the gaming industry and the Xbox community and the Xbox sort of business and business perspective in a much more positive direction and a much more awesome direction. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I think I've ranted on long enough. I just really want to raise awareness for how cool this Scorpio is going to be and how cool it is that people are getting behind it and sort of supporting it. If you like the video at all, leave a like. It would really help me out, and I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see any more of my videos, definitely stick around and subscribe. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.